Hey, g'day, it's Tugboat's Test Drive time, an exciting part of the week, let me tell you. Well, it mightn't be for you, but it's exciting for me. I've just got out of a RAV4 and now I'm in the new Prado. How cool is this? Unfortunately, it's not maroon, it's blue, but it is a ripper of a car. I've just had it for a couple of days. It is outstanding. We're going to go for a test drive. Oh, my first impressions is it looks pretty big. It looks pretty tough, unlike me. But it's, yeah, my first impression, it looked pretty big. I wonder what it'd be getting out of a RAV into this, but once you get in the car, it actually doesn't feel big at all. It looks big, but it handles really well. You know what? The thing I like the most is the vents. I must be sounding like a 5-year-old, but it's got the coolest vents I've ever seen. A little bit retro, but yeah, no, first impression, awesome car. Don't want to give it back. Yeah, no, I went as I usually go. I went up and did a little bit around the range, and you know, obviously you got plenty of power and killed that, but it actually handles really well, which surprised me a bit because the RAV handles really well. It's a much smaller car, and I thought this would be a bit clumsy, but once you get into the sort of windy roads, it feels unreal. Well, apart from the air vents, which are the highlight, no, the interior is really nice. It's a little, I think you'd probably say it's a little bit European. Feels European when you shut the doors. They got that nice quality clunk to them. But yeah, no, I think the finishes are really good. Actually, this blue colour looks pretty cool too, as much as I said it wasn't. Yeah, I love it. When I first saw the Cruiser, I was a bit iffy. But when you see this, but the Cruiser grows on you, and it's obviously an awesome car. But when you see this, it just grabs you straight away. It looks the part. It reminds me a little bit of an FJ Cruiser that I was lucky enough to have one of them. But it is a good looking vehicle. But it just gives, it looks like a 4-wheel drive, but it looks like a classy 4-wheel drive. You know, it's a little bit fancy, and when you this is what I like. You actually push it. It's not that hard sort of plastic. It must have been a really, really fancy cow they made this out of, because it feels really cool. Really like the sunroof, but I'm getting a bit spoiled because there's one of them in the RAV as well. But no, it's just a nice car to drive. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people chasing them, and it's very comfortable. It's everything as a typical Toyota. Everything's where it's supposed to be, so it's really easy to drive. There's no big drama trying to find what button to push. So no, they've done a really good job. I'm not giving this back, by the way. I'm just going to keep driving. Yeah, look, no offence to wives, but my wife could fill this car up like any other car we've ever had, but there's plenty of room, there's plenty of space in the back. You put a couple of sets of golf clubs, you can nearly put your push bike in the back of this thing. It's unreal. So that's Tugboat's Test Drives. I dare you, come in the Sunshine Toyota on the lake at Currimundi and test drive one of these, and I'm sure you'll definitely agree with me. This is a ripper of a car.
Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.